What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the MrTeshk Wrestling channel, and we have just finished with WWE's recent production of Crown Jewel from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and honestly, I think this might have been one of the best Crown Jewel events that we have seen come out since they have done the deal with the Saudi group. WWE's staff, their production team, the crowd, the people in the ring, everyone actually was on their A game for this event, and I think we need to give everyone their flowers for this. But before we get into that, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and put the bell on for all notifications that are the MrTeshk Wrestling channel. Now, let's get into the full review. We are going to go in line with how the show started. The show started surprisingly with Bloodline, the OTC Bloodline versus Solo Sikoa's Timu Bloodline. And first off, I just want to say this. I was very surprised that Jay didn't come out with Roman and Jimmy, but I completely understand it because Jay just gets the crowd hyped. His entrance is phenomenal. But listen, over 13 minutes this almost took for Jay and Roman to get to the ring. I thought it was absolutely insane. I know when Roman was like the original tribal chief and carrying around the titles and going on his 1316-day reign, that he literally just walked out and it took around 7 to 10 minutes for him to, from the music to hit, for him to actually get into the ring, which was crazy. But the fact that it was like 13 minutes almost, I thought that was wild. Next thing I want to mention is Roman's aura is unmatched. I don't think we have seen anyone with a aura, a shine, a presence like him since Rock or Austin. And yes, I am cutting out Triple H. I'm cutting out Taker. I'm cutting out John Cena. And that's not a bias. This is just facts. Roman, when his music hits, you pay attention. Okay, maybe I shouldn't take out Taker, but Roman's music, when it hits, you pay attention. Anyways, let's go into this. We saw a massive amount of tension between Roman and Jay in this. There was the no tag when Jay could clearly have gotten Roman in, not even on a hot tag. The crowd just wanted Roman in the ring, and Jay decided to tag Jimmy. We're going to have to see more to this storyline as we go forward into this. But the other thing I want to mention is Jacob's dominance. Jacob Fatu, and I think at this point I have glazed over and drooled over Jacob Fatu since he came into WWE. But Jacob Fatu is honestly a future superstar. Jacob is insane. He is his presence just on the apron, and I know he's turned into kind of a walking meme when it comes to Solo, I love you.
That Jacob Fatu is Jacob Fatu.
You know what? It can be a meme all you want. Guess what? This guy's a future world champion, a future WWE champion. So we need to give Jacob his flowers because honestly, I don't care if you're a fan of the face or the heel. Everyone loves Jacob. Everybody loves Jacob. And I'm recording this right now live on my Twitch channel and my TikTok channel. And I guarantee if I say it right now, like there is nobody in this chat right now. And there's over 100 people in the TikTok and over almost 200 people in the Twitch. Nobody can say they don't like Jacob at this point. But let's go into the final sequences of the match. Solo getting the one up and spiking Roman Reigns twice or 3 times and getting a clean pin on Roman Reigns. First off, there's been 3 people in the past 4 years that have pinned Roman clean. That is Solo, that is Jay, and I'm struggling to think of the third one that has pinned Roman clean, but there's three people have pinned Roman clean in Cody Rhodes. How could I forget Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40? Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. There's 3 people. So solo pinning is a huge thing. Okay. But then we obviously see the breakdown of the Timu bloodline, Solo's bloodline attacking the OTC bloodline, and then all of a sudden Sami Zayn's music hits. And we all wonder, Sami Zayn comes down and there's a whole standoff, and Sami, hits the suplex on Solo. And we get all 4 corners of the bloodline, the original bloodline, with Solo in the middle. And you've got Roman and Sami, and you got Jay and Jimmy, and Solo's like begging for his life. And guess what? Roman and Sami both decide to pull the trigger at the same time, and Solo moves. And Sami hits the Halula kick while Roman is going for a spear, and he absolutely annihilates Roman Reigns. There's a lot to be said here because there's so much tension between Sami, Jimmy, Jay, Roman. And guys, just remember, we only have 3 weeks before Survivor Series War Games. The amount of storytelling that's going to be told over the next 6 to 7 shows, both Raw and SmackDown, is going to be incredible. I just got to say this, out of everything that happened on Crown Jewel tonight, this is the thing that stuck to storyline. And everyone says, Crown Jewel is kind of like, you don't really need to focus on storyline because nothing really ever affects the storyline. This affected the storyline. But anyways, I love this match. I thought Roman taking the pin, Solo's character needed it, and that's something that we definitely got to look forward to in the future, is that I think Solo gets a lot more big wins than we actually are going to predict in the future. Going into the women's tag match, we had Damage Control versus Metaphor versus Chelsea and Piper versus Jade and Bianca for the women's tag championships. The crowd, I want to talk about the crowd in this match quickly. It has been well documented that over the time that Saudi events have started, the Saudi crowd has never been really that active during the women's matches. Guess what? This entire match changed it. This is awesome chants. The crowd was rowdy. The crowd was crazy. This crowd loved every single second of this match. And you know what? I did too. The one thing I will say is if I am Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, I am very concerned about Lash Legend. This woman stood out and outshined everyone. And I'm not taking that away saying that, it's because she's an NXT startup and she is one of the ones that, you got to look forward to in the future. No, the future is now for Lash Legend. This woman is absolutely putting on clinics, and she is looking way stronger and way more dominant than some of the top women in WWE right now. I'm really looking forward to her being a singles competitor on the main roster. She is dominating. But yeah, when it comes down to this match, Bianca and Jade retain their titles, but I will say, there was a lot of really crazy spots, a lot of fun in this match. I thought this match was actually going to be kind of the quote bathroom break match that a lot of people always say, I want to step away, and it was nowhere near that. This match was phenomenal. Big shout out to all 8 of these women because they really put on a fantastic show and really entertained the crowd. Seth Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed. This started out with a street fight. Bronson Reed's entrance, Seth attacked him on the ramp. These guys went after each other, trying to absolutely just annihilate each other across the board. This was one of those ones where these guys really showed what the feud is. Bell rang about 8 minutes into that feud, and Bronson Reed was really getting put over by Seth in this match. The guys really showed up and showed out. That's what I really enjoyed about this. Bronson Reed was made to look as strong as possible. The stairs got involved on the outside. Bronson Reed tried to hit Seth Rollins with the stairs. going into like the go home part of the match. He missed, headbutted the stairs. Then we got Seth Rollins with the stomp. It took 3 stomps and a super stomp from the top rope, which we've not seen Seth Rollins really do since Omos, I believe, at, I can't remember the show. I think it was another PLE, but it was a super stomp from the top rope. And, you know, Seth Rollins wins this match, but by the time Seth Rollins gets to the ramp, Bronson Reed is up and staring at Seth Rollins. This feud is nowhere near done. And Bronson Reed got made to look like a champion. This man is a future world champion. A lot of people might not see it, but Bronson Reed is a future world champion. And the work that he is doing is showing that. So I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen in the future for Bronson Reed. But Seth Rollins getting into that fatal 4-way come Monday night, it's going to be a lot of fun. Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for the women's crown jewel championship. Now this was interesting because both women came out solo. Even though they had their entourages available, both these women came out solo. So I really enjoyed that they allowed this match to go, and really Nia Jax just dominated 75% of this match. The crowd, though, was super behind Liv Morgan. And this is one of these things that I've been wanting to see for a long time, especially when it comes to Liv Morgan, is people backing Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has put in over 10 years in WWE, coming in as some short, punky, backwards hat, blue tongue, you know, green girl that had a great look, but no wrestling ability. And now I will say this on this video, Liv Morgan is the MVP for the women's division in 2024. She's redeveloped her character. She's the women's world champion. She's been able to beat some of the best in the business in WWE right now. Liv Morgan deserves a lot more credit than she's been getting. And you know what? She kind of got her flowers tonight because she gets, after all the interference from Tiffany Stratton deciding if she's gonna cash in, is she not gonna cash in, Raquel attacks Tiffany, and then Dom gets involved, and then it all turns around and Liv hits Oblivion, roll up 1, 2, 3. Liv is your inaugural crown jewel champion. God forbid. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the entire sequence that was that match. Tiffany Stratton is in a lot of trouble come SmackDown, though. Oh my God. Nia Jax is going to blame Tiffany for everything, and it's just going to push Tiffany over the edge, and we are going to see Tiffany Stratton end up cashing in on Nia. I'm going to say Royal Rumble. I'm going to say Royal Rumble. You know what I just thought about? Imagine Tiffany and Nia are both well, I guess you can't both be in the Royal Rumble when Nia's champion. Never mind. Moving on. Moving into Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. This match didn't happen. It was just a complete and utter brawl. It was a no contest. The match got waved off. Randy's entrance took about 7 minutes of people just singing voices, and Randy Orton goes to strike his pose and gets attacked by Kevin Owens with a chair, and then all hell breaks loose. These guys go back and forth. Randy Orton drops Kevin Owens on the announce table outside. The referees can't get control. Good try by Eddie Arango, the referee, but they could not get control of these guys at any point in this match or in this startup of what was going to be a match. They get back in the ring. Eddie Arango tries to calm both of them down and gets hit with a vicious stunner from Kevin Owens, which brings out security and, you know, the producers, and even Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce both came out. I got excited because we all know that Randy Orton paid for 2 RKOs, so he's got a free one to hit on Nick Aldis at any time soon. But I'll tell you right now, that RKO that he hit on Adam Pearce, there's going to be some hell to pay between Pearce and Nick Aldis come this week. So I'm looking forward to the backlash of this, but this feud or this match never got kicked off. We got into the crowd. Randy Orton's got laid on a table, and then a massive elbow drop from about 15 feet by Kevin Owens onto the tables, and this match just went to black. They called off the match. Nothing happened except for these two just going to war. So I think Triple H is going to have to get involved in this, but this is going to be one of those feuds that we see potentially leading into the Royal Rumble or even into WrestleMania. The triple threat match for Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, and LA Knight. Yeah. For the United States Championship. First thing I want to ask, and maybe you guys can comment down below for me, is Melo's music hit and there was no pop. I'm very confused at why Melo is not getting the reception that he should be getting by the WWE universe. And I'm not saying just the Saudi crowd. I'm saying even like the SmackDowns recently, Melo has not been getting the ovation that he deserved. Melo is a top tier talent. He's an ex-NXT champion. He had some great feuds. He's got the look. He's got the ability. But for some reason, Melo is not getting a pop. And I don't know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe I'm completely off on this, but I've noticed that Melo has not been getting a pop. This match started off very well paced, very well done. From start to finish, there was action. There was a couple of slip ups, but when you are moving at the pace that all three of these competitors move at, you got to expect a couple of slip ups. But I will tell you right now, this is the match of the night. These guys had an absolute barn burner. The sequences, the double pins, the off the top ropes, Andrade looked clean. LA Knight let those guys really shine and then came in when he needed to come in. The finish of this match, the BFT from the Tilt-A-Whirl DDT into the BFT to almost a double pin on both guys was awesome. LA Knight did retain in this match as the champion, but I think all three of these guys walked away looking like $1,000,000, and really as they should. Andrade, top tier talent. Melo, future world champion. I think Andrade is a future world champion as well. And then LA Knight really coming out and showing why he's still champion, why he's so over. The crowd still loves him. So moving into the final match of the night for the Crown Jewel Championship, Gunther, the men's world champion, versus Cody Rhodes, the WWE Undisputed Championship champion. This match started with a massive feeling out process, and it was an old school grind. If you watch wrestling from the early 80s, 70s, 60s, this was your traditional wrestling match. It didn't need to be spicy. It didn't need to be high flying. It didn't need to have what everyone expects from sports entertainment. Cody is an old school dude. Gunther is trained in the old school way, the very European style. And I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed this match. It was great for me all the way up until the finish. Was not a fan of the finish. Was not a fan of the potential super Cody cutter into the chokehold, into the back roll up. I felt the finish was rushed. For me, it was just not the finish that this match deserved. You either make Gunther look super strong and let Gunther win this, because for me, this Crown Jewel title is something that is very based around Gunther. That's how I look at it. It's a very Gunther style stage. You know what I mean? So I found that the match itself was awesome. I really enjoyed the match. I thought Gunther and Cody's back and forth. Gunther and Cody in the ring are incredible. Like, I would love to see this as a continued feud. I would love to see Gunther and Cody work together for a long time, but it's just, I feel the finish was rushed. But at the end of the day, Cody gets the roll up. Cody gets the 1, 2, 3, and is the inaugural men's Crown Jewel champion. We finish off the show with a whole bunch of fireworks, and then went into the pre-show with the the rings being given to both Liv and Cody. But overall, I want to say this. We have come a long way when it comes to the Saudi Arabia events. We have come a very long way from what the Saudi crowds used to be to comparing what they are now. And I'm not going to lie, moving into the next Saudi events, I am going to be a lot more open-minded as a professional wrestling fan because the last 2 events have been very good. So clip that as a part of this. So if we ever go back into the wrestling history books of me complaining about the Saudi events, no, I don't think I'll be complaining about the Saudi events anymore because I really think they did a great job. But guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Crown Jewel. I'm gonna give it a ranking of, I'm gonna give it a 7.1 out of 10 for Crown Jewel. Let me know in the comment section of the YouTube video what you guys thought of it, and do you agree or disagree on some of the results? And let me know where you see the storylines going moving into Survivor Series and into Netflix 2025. Guys, like always, we sign off the videos with don't forget to like, subscribe, and put the bell on for all notifications that are the MrTeshk Wrestling channel. And like always, be good people.